Dear children, this is time to listen to Mama's stories just for you. Hope you will enjoy the story and feel happy. Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats who lived in a meadow at the foot of a mountain, and their last name was Gruff. They were Big Billy Goat Gruff, Middle Billy Goat Gruff, and Little Billy Goat Gruff. They all jumped about among the rocks in the meadow and ate what grass they could find, but it wasn't very much. One day, the little Billy Goat Gruff looked up at the high mountain overhead, and he thought to himself,
"It looks as though there were a great deal of fine grass up on the mountain. I believe I'll just run up there all by myself and eat so much grass that I'll grow to be as big as anybody."
So off the little Billy Goat Gruff started. He ran along, tip-tap, until at last he came to a wide river with a bridge over it. This bridge was so rickety, however hard he tried, his hoofs still went trip-trap, trip-trap, trip-trap on the wooden plank. Now the little Billy Goat did not know that this bridge belonged to a great terrible troll, and the little Billy Goat Gruff had not gone more than half across when he heard the troll shouting from under the bridge,
"Who's that going across my bridge?"
shouted the troll in his great loud voice. Quaking his hooves, little Billy Goat Gruff managed to speak.
"It's only me, Little Billy Goat Gruff. I'm going across to the sweet grass meadow,"
said the little Billy Goat Gruff in a small voice.
"Oh, it's that little Billy Goat Gruff, is it?"
said the troll.
"Oh, who are you?"
Little Billy Goat Gruff asked.
"Well, you won't go much further, for I am the troll that owns this bridge, and now I'm coming to gobble you up."
And with that, the troll looked up over the edge of the bridge. Up jumped the troll.
"I am going to eat you up,"
said the troll.
"I like eating goats."
When little Billy Goat Gruff saw him, he was very frightened.
"You're big. I'm small. Please don't eat me up.
He cried.
I'm a very little goat, that I would scarcely be a mouthful for you. I have a brother who is a great bigger than I am. Wait till he comes, for he'd make a much better meal for you than I would. He's big and fat."
But if he is much bigger than you, he may be tough.
"Oh no, he's just as tender as I am."
And a great deal bigger?
"Oh yes, a great deal bigger."
Little Billy Goat Gruff told that because he was small and he would not be able to overthrow the troll. But if it was any of his big brothers, they would be able to overthrow the troll.
Very well then. I'll wait for him. Be off with you.
Then growled the troll.
I like big goats.
So the little goat ran on tip-tap, across the bridge and up the mountain and to where he was safe, and glad enough he was to be out of the scrape.
Grass.
Little Billy Goat Gruff says. Now it was not very long after that Middle Billy Goat Gruff saw his little brother leave the meadow, and he began to think,
"I'm hungry and like to go up on the mountain too. I can see the green grass. I'm going over the bridge to eat the grass."
Off he set all by himself, trip-trap. After a while he came to the bridge where the troll lived and boldly stepped upon it. Trip-trap went his hooves. He barely reached the middle of it when the troll began shouting at him in his great terrible voice,
Who's that going across my bridge.
roared the troll.
It's only I, Middle Billy Goat Gruff, going across to the sweet grass meadow.
Said Middle Billy Goat Gruff in his middle-sized voice.
Oh, is it? Then you are the very one I've been waiting for.
Oh, who are you?
Middle Billy Goat Gruff asked.
Well, you won't go much further, for I am the troll that owns this bridge. Now I am coming to gobble you up.
And with that, the troll looked up over the edge of the bridge. Up jumped the troll,
I'm hungry, and I'm going to eat you up.
said the troll.
I like goats for lunch.
At that, the Middle Billy Goat Gruff was in great fright. Oh no, said the Middle Billy Goat Gruff.
You're big. I'm small. Please don't eat me up, Mr. Troll. I have a brother who is great bigger than I am. Just wait till he comes, for he'd make a much better meal for you than I would.
And a great deal bigger?
Yes, a great deal bigger. He's big and fat.
Middle Billy Goat Gruff told that because he was weak and he would not be able to overcome the troll. But if it was Big Billy Goat Gruff, he would be able to overthrow the troll.
Be off with you.
Then growled the troll.
I like fat goats. I'll wait till he comes. Only the biggest goat is there fit to make a meal for me.
So Middle Billy Goat Gruff was not slow to run along as the troll bade him. He went tap tip, trip tap across the bridge and on up to the mountain as fast as he could go. Trappity trap, and just went he and his brother, glad to see each other again, to be safely over the troll's bridge and up where the good grass was. And now it was the turn of Big Billy Goat Gruff to begin to think he'd like to go upon the mountain too.
I believe that's where the little Billy Goat Gruff and the middle Billy Goat Gruff have gone,
said he to himself.
If I don't look out, they'll be growing so fat up there that they'll be as big as I am. I think I'd better go and eat the long green mountain grass too.
So next morning off he set in the pleasant sunshine. Clump, 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 clump. He was so big you could hear his hoofs pounding on the stones while he was still a mile away. After a while he came to the bridge where the troll lived, and out he stepped on it. Clump, 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 clump. And the bridge shook and bent under his weight as he walked. Then the troll that lived under it was in a fearful rage.
Who's trampling over my bridge?
He bellowed, and his voice was so terrible that all the fish in the river swam away and hid under the rocks at the sound of it. But Big Billy Goat Gruff was not one bit frightened.
It's me, Big Billy Goat Gruff,
he answered in a voice as big as the troll's own.
Oh, it is? Is it? Then just stop a bit, for you are the one I've been waiting for. I am the troll that owns this bridge, and now I'm hungry, and I'm coming to gobble you up.
And with that, the great grey troll poked his head up over the bridge, and his eyes looked like two great mill wheels, and they were going round and round in his head with rage. But still, Billy Goat was not frightened.
So, you're a troll, are you? And you own this bridge, do you? And now you're going to eat me up? We'll just see about that. I have a forehead as hard as stone, and I'll mash you all up, body and bone.
When the troll heard Big Billy Goat talk to him that way, he bellowed so that the middle Billy Goat and the little Billy Goat heard him all the way up on the mountain where they were. He jumped up on the bridge and put down his big bushy head and ran at Big Billy Goat Gruff, and Big Billy Goat Gruff was fierce and strong. He put down his head and charged at the troll, and they met in the middle of the bridge. But Big Billy Goat's head was harder than the troll, so he knocked him down and thumped about, and then he took him up on his horns and threw him over the edge of the bridge into the river below, and splash went the troll and sank like a piece of lead and never was seen or heard of again. But Big Billy Goat Gruff went up on the mountain, and you may believe that his two brothers were glad to see him again and to hear that the wicked troll was gone from under the bridge. And after that they stayed up on the mountain together eating the sweet meadow grass, so much grass, and grew so fat and big, and after a while no one could tell apart one from the other. So children, always remember when you are making friends that you can depend on them and they can depend on you at the time of need, like how little and middle Billy Goat Gruff knew they could depend on Big Billy Goat Gruff to defeat the wicked troll when they outsmarted the troll who wanted to eat them. Hope you'll enjoyed the story, children.